welcome to the third game of the evening. Up this time is Family Vacation 2 Road Trip from rainy Seattle to sunny beaches, desert roads, and mountaintops. Have fun in the sun with the Simmons family again. The Simmons family is at it again. They are taking their camper, hooking it up to their SUV, and going on a cross-country camping adventure. They'll be asked to help pack and get everything they need on their trip and enjoy all that Mother Nature has to offer. Travel through Montana, Idaho, Colorado, and more. Visit the most wonderful natural attractions in the world, Yellowstone Park, the Grand Canyon, and even catch a glimpse of a UFO near Area 51. Camp out under the stars and get back to nature in this family-friendly road trip adventure. Indeed. So we got the Switch version of this, even though Petty is playing the PC version here. Anyway, take it away, Alex. Did they change anything for this edition?
This game is not exactly the same as the first one. They actually added a significant amount of stuff to it. It is up to the viewer to decide if that makes it better or not. Because they added voice acting, you get interrupted in the hidden item puzzles by other hidden item puzzles, or by, like, asking to find a specific thing that was not previously being looked for. It continues to do it does the annoying thing. I forget if the first game did this. It probably did, where you can't actually find all of the hidden objects at once. You can only find the 9 or so that are on the display. So even if flashlight is further down on the list, you can't find the flashlight. You can't click on the flashlight and have it succeed until flashlight is on the option list of things. There's an inventory now, which is primarily for the purpose of collecting keys and things to use to open either open large areas that are where more puzzles are, or open small areas that are sub-areas in other rooms. And instead of having a mini game as a separate thing in between every so many puzzles, now a lot of the mini games, like the first one, is a match 3 puzzler where you have to complete a certain number of matches in a certain number of specific matches in a certain number of moves. That's like in the 4th match puzzle, and you can't like quit out and go back to it later. You have to either finish it or skip, I guess. The skip function and the hint function are still there, and the difficulty primarily changes whether you skip or hint, or how often you can hint or skip. I played on easy because I didn't feel like suffering more than necessary. Because the game also added voice acting, which I don't think accomplishes anything. Yeah, and the characters are on the side there, where they will mostly interrupt what you're doing and ask you to do more specific things. But sometimes they comment on things, and you can click on them, and they'll say things. It does also notice if you've played the previous game before, or it seemed to, so that was a thing. It was kind of annoying, honestly.
How so?
Huh?
How was it annoying?
Well, just the fact that they interrupt and the hints that they give aren't useful.
Oh no, I thought you were talking about the fact that it remembered that you played the first one.
Oh, sorry. Well, it just added more text to it, and they do talk differently. Like the characters recognize you and say, "Oh, hey, it's you. You helped us with our California vacation," which I guess is nice attention to detail. But no, I meant overall the talkativeness of the characters gets a little bit annoying.
Okay, fair enough.
And yes, there is not any significant animation of the characters. They pretty much just have the one picture of each of them.
Yeah.
So, Petty Fan, you should be clicking on things. Oh, also, as before, there is the every puzzle has a subset of items that you can't get unless you're looking at it, that are identified by shape instead of by name. Oh, and in this one, in the previous one, the previous one played a lot with ambiguity, like fan. It like fan times 3 could mean like 2 paper fans and 1 rotary fan. But in this one, they go like outright crossword clues. For some of the things, which can make it harder to find the thing when you're not sure if it's exactly the right thing. At least 2 of the things for this are under the bed if you look at that little dark area next to it. Between the bed and the beanbag. And I forget what that other thing even is. This game also added and made necessary the ability to zoom in on most of the hinted puzzles, at least in the Switch version, which is mostly done with the L and R buttons, which is slightly awkward because otherwise this game still controls almost entirely with the right Joy-Con. But when you zoom in, the left analog stick can be used to scroll around the area. Let's see. Army is under the bed. Creepy Crawly is on the curtain. Baseball basics means different things. It's like a bat, a glove, and a ball. That's one of the examples of the crossword clue type things. I honestly didn't get even that far in this game. I got to like about when they were getting ready to leave. There could still have been another interruption because you spend a lot of time packing and cleaning up the attic and stuff before you can actually go. So the other gamepad, for example, is the one on that warning sign. Stuff that's just on signs is a valid target. Like Lunar is the moon in the top left poster. And that's like, okay, sure, fine. Radioactive Lizard is Godzilla from the poster. So it's weird, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like the first game, the stuff you were doing mostly kind of made sense in context. In this game, it feels a lot less like it does, I think. You know?
Yeah.
We'll take your word for it. Anyway.
Yeah, there's not really a whole lot more to it. And yeah, Petty Fan, you can, if you want, you can. I think you'll have to click the minivan to make an item sparkle where you're supposed to go for it. Which, if it does the right thing, it does. Why is your thing a maple leaf?
I have no idea.
So yeah, that was, and they do the thing where they like hide things very merged into stuff. Like there's a pencil on the arm of the chair halfway under the coat. I only remember this puzzle because I spent quite a while on it before I started using the hint quite as much. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's just
well then.
I think sunglasses are in the darkness there. They're almost completely invisible.
Oh, that's dumb.
And I forget where the fucking pirate logo is, but the minivan is almost recharged. So yeah, I don't. If you liked the first one, there's more to it. Oh, it's probably the
It's
little
on the
thing on the
bed.
right there. Oh no, never mind. It's on the wood. Sorry, I remember now. So yeah, it's still mostly just hidden item things with mini games every so often. They made it more elaborate than the first one. If you think that's a good thing. But if you want just a simple hidden item thing, they might have actually made it too complicated, you know?
Mhm.
I get what you're saying. Like, I went on about that kind of thing last week, remembering correctly. Yeah.
So yeah, honestly, I leave this mostly up to the opinion of people who are more in the target audience than I am.
Mm.
It's okay. It didn't offend me, even though it annoyed me occasionally.
Anyway, in terms of
there's not much music, but the voice acting was, it's decent for what it is.
yeah. So this is an interesting case on the pricing here because the Switch version is $9.99, but the PC version can be found for free on various casual gaming sites like this. Like we are showcasing the PC version here because Petty is playing, and this came from a site called GameTop. There's a whole bunch. And this is fairly frequent with these kind of very casual focus games.
Is it available for a price on Steam?
It's not even on Steam.
Huh.
Yeah. The first one wasn't either. And if I'm remembering correctly, this was the case with the first game as well. Like, yeah. But since we're talking about the Switch version, is the Switch version worth $10?
It might be in terms of time played if you're interested in investing a lot of time in it. But in terms of gameplay stuff, I would probably want it to be a little cheaper than that. You know?
Fair enough. Yeah, I get you. Right. Anything else to say on Family Vacation 2 here?
Not really.
Right then. So, yeah, that'll about do it for Family Vacation 2. Be sure to tune in after the break as, well, I'll be reviewing Final Fantasy V, the Pixel Remaster.